Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to spray paint properly. In this simple tutorial, I'll be going over the basics of spray painting, and you can apply these methods and these rules to pretty much anything that you will be spray painting. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. I've just set up a little mock setup for this tutorial, but I'm going to start off with what you need. Well, obviously you need a can of spray paint, and this is going to be completely up to you with regards to which one you want to use. This is something that I've had left over from a previous project. You want to have at least one glove. I would recommend two, but at least one glove for the hand that you're spray painting with, or else you're going to get spray paint all over your fingers and you're going to spend a lot of time cleaning up. And then you want to have a mask just like this. You can use a much simpler mask, a more simplistic mask. This is like a serious mask. I like to use this. Also, I've done my own home renovations, so it's important that I have a very strong respirator, okay? Alright, so you want to also work in a well-ventilated area. If you take a look right here, I'm in my garage. We're here in the garage, and we have the door open. As you can see, the weather is not the best. It's really cold right now when I'm filming this, so that's why the tape isn't really sticking, and that's why you might see the cardboard just completely come off of the door. Now essentially, you want to open up your can of spray paint, and you want to start off, sorry about that, I'm having a little difficulty there. Alright, this is actually like pretty embarrassing. I can't really open it up. I'm trying here, I'm not even, I wish I was acting right now, but I'm being honest. Really struggling. There we go. Okay, now you want to take off the lid of your spray paint. You want to shake it up, okay? And now I'm going to show you the technique for spray painting properly. Now, I've spray painted many things in my life, many things, and the technique is super important. Essentially, you always want the can to be moving when you're actually spraying the spray paint. So I'll give you an example. What you don't want to do is this. Okay? Drips. You see all those drips? You don't want that. Okay, you see it's so strong in the center, so light on the outside? No. Horrible method. You don't want to do that. Even if you're spray painting a tiny little object, you never want the spray paint can to be still when you're spraying it. What you essentially want to do is you want to be moving side to side. And basically you want the spray paint to be spraying only when you're moving. So for instance, I would start moving, and then just a fraction of a second after I start moving, I would start spraying. Then I would stop spraying before I stop moving. I'll give you an example. Check this out. So I'm moving, spray, like that. And you see when I stopped spraying, I continued moving my hand, okay? Just like that. Now that's the first part, okay? You should be, distance-wise, you should be about a foot away from the object. So I wouldn't spray paint like this, because you can see it's going to immediately cause drips, even if I just sprayed for just a fraction of a second. I also wouldn't spray from far away, because then it's going to get everywhere, and I don't want to spray paint my garage door, so I'm not going to demonstrate that. But what you do want to do is you want to be about a foot away. Now if you look at the can of spray paint is almost a foot tall. It's like just maybe a little bit less than a foot tall, so I always like go like this. You want to be a little bit more than that distance away. So somewhere like here, give or take, okay? A foot, even a foot and a half away. It all depends on the type of spray paint that you're using and the size of the object that you're spraying. Now, with that being said, you know how to spray and move. Now, with regards to getting a nice, clean, smooth coat, okay? You want to make sure that you're overlapping a little bit. So if I just spray painted there, I wouldn't go start down here, right? No overlap. Not going to look good. You want to overlap just a bit, just like that. Okay, so as you saw, it's now a thicker line, and you can see that it's like really concentrated in the center. It doesn't it doesn't really look different. It's like a nice smooth coloration. Okay, just like that. Little bit of overlap. Now I'll give you an example. Okay, I'm going to just spray a few lines, and you'll see that I'm going to it's almost like spray, like that. So check this out. Spray, like that. Just like that. Check that out. Alright. Now if I do say so myself, that looks kind of awesome. And I've spray painted a lot of things in my life, but this is one of the better ones that I've done, simply because I'm doing a tutorial, so I'm really taking my time. Now it's going to take some practice, right? But like I said, you want to avoid a few things. You want to avoid spraying and staying, okay? So spraying and staying is like when you spray and stay in one spot. I just made that up right now on the spot. I'm not going to lie. I know it sounds really good. Like it's been, I just literally made it up right now. You want to avoid doing that because it's going to cause drips. You want to avoid going over too much in the same spot while it's still wet, because that's also going to cause drips. As you can see right there, dripping down, okay? And you want to avoid, you know, going and then going really far away, because then you're going to miss in between, and then, yeah, you can go fill it in, okay? But once again, you're more likely to cause drips, because you're overlapping maybe a little too much in some spots and not enough in other spots. So essentially, you want to make sure you're spraying and moving, working your way back and forth. Another quick note, I have to say this. You basically want to try spray painting with the can upright as much as possible. Meaning, you want to avoid spray painting down. You can do it, but, you know, you're more likely to cause drips when you spray paint down. Definitely try and avoid spray painting upside down. Like I said, it can work. Like, I can spray paint like this, but it's more likely to not look good. Essentially, as much as you possibly can, you want to spray paint with the can upright, about a foot, maybe a foot and a half away from the object. Just work your way across. As you can see right there, I'll just do a little bit more over here. Just like that. Check that out. Simple. It shows a little bit better on the tape. Now, if you notice it's a little bit light, let's say you're like, oh, a little bit light over there. No problem. Hit it with another quick spray. Here's the idea you have to get through your head. It is better to have less on there, because then you can add more after, than to have too much. If I have too much right there, well, guess what? I just ruined it. Got to wipe that off. It's never going to look as good as it possibly can. I might have to do 2 or 3 more coats to really get it thick enough to match up with those drips. Okay? But essentially, if you work your way nicely, it's always going to create a nice, beautiful look. It's as simple as that. And practice will make perfect. Okay? And also, you want to prime whatever you are painting first, if need be. So, I mean, this is just a piece of cardboard, but if I was actually spray painting something, I would prime it first. Most definitely, I would prime it first. Actually, I can show you over here. I just want to make sure there's no information that can be seen that I don't want to show. But I can show you over here. Right over here is something that I made. It's just a little, like, step stool. I think my wife called it like a learning stool, learning chair, something like that. But it's essentially a stool that was prefabricated, and then I added this on top so that my kids can sort of go up and work on the counter, you know, without worrying about anything falling over. It's super sturdy. I made it like this thing, like I can probably stand on this thing, okay? Like super sturdy. And I'm going to spray paint that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I essentially prime it first, and then I'm going to spray paint it. No, I'm not spray painting it gold. I'm going to spray paint it just a nice white, glossy white color. But I would prime it first. And this is also the reason why you want to make sure that you're wearing gloves. Because look, that would have been on my fingers, and it's no big deal. I'm going to take a shower, wash it off, but at the end of the day, I just take this glove off, and I don't have to worry about doing that. And that's it. In this video tutorial, I've shown you how to spray paint properly. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. If you like the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.